Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tell me hear the same old song. I feel like dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Throw one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Throw one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might.
Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Mariota on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daquan Jones in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And an alley to run. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Play action. They'll throw. Rolling to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Morgan coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here.
He started rolling left there as a right-handed quarterback. I thought, boy, this 3rd down play is going nowhere, but Credit to him, able to pick up the first.
And all you righties who are watching the game at home, get out of your chair, get off the couch, move to your left, and then rifle one. He may leave a hole in the wall, as you'll have to explain later, but you'll see how difficult that throw actually was.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Okay, I have to take a second here and talk about Greg Olsen, the tight end for the Carolina Panthers. Third straight year over 1,000 yards in receptions. And guess what? That's the first time that's ever happened in NFL history. 3 straight years by a tight end.
That's really something. Now 31 years of age. They're going to need him next year to turn it around because a very disappointing season.
Not the season anyone expected, least of all the Carolina Panthers, but he's a building block that they can go ahead and get back to form starting in 2017.
Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Into his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. Got a man, it's right. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route. Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback. On first down, Murray. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Thomas Davis, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Walker will be 33 when the season starts in 2017, and he's kind of having a late career renaissance, if you will, isn't he? He certainly is. He went to his 2nd straight Pro Bowl after the 2016 season. He did it as well in 2015. those are the first 2 of his career. He'd always been behind other guys. Remember when he was in San Francisco? Wasn't the primary option at tight end, but he is in Tennessee. And he's kind of a new age tight end, even though he's a little bit older. Can split out, run routes like a wide receiver, but he also can do the dirty work inside as a blocker.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way. Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2016 and had a 100-plus yard game.
11 yards, 20 yards. That's just not what you expect from him and the Panthers.
Not at all. I don't think it's all his fault, but they're going to be looking for another breakout season from him next year.
Buying time to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Back to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antoine Blake. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And that is incomplete here. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Out of his end zone, Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Mariota, his own end zone on third down. Oh, what a move. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So this is now the fourth time in the last 6 Super Bowls that we've had a safety. Obviously, that's strange when you figure during the regular season, on average, you'll see a safety about once every 14 games. So an oddity here, to say the least. What a move.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll roll him out right. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime at a look. You seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. Third quarter action now. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Looks like a nice second down for them.
Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's third and short. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He was looking for DeMarco Murray out of the backfield, and it brings up fourth down. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. They were ready. But the defenses practice these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The two owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boy, is my team well prepared? And the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And it's second down.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Stewart is the lone setback. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Being chased out left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And Dixon over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Stewart is the lone setback. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flushed out right. It's brought in right side by Ginn. 23 yards on the play.
as a general rule.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. The third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Back to throw again. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn taking it in. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. And last time they got the 4th down stop. Looked like they might surrender points. Ball got on their side of the field. But then they snatched that momentum. What's that like for that defense?
Oh, it's phenomenal because some doubts start to creep in as you're giving up yardage, trying to figure out a way to slow them down. But with some suddenness to turn things around, to flip the script, as the guys like to say, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, it was a big-time play. Now we'll see if they can do it again.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And 4th down coming up.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurt. And look at this, another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Trying for Wright, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third.
And now their task is even tougher.
And the Panthers coming out now. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down from the left hash. This from 37. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And, you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the Combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get the physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams, so your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, and then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just a call. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And Gano's kick is right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a second down run for Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it.
And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, They put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out come the Titans now. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Wright's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Complete to Wright. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First down, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing, Mariota. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He'll buy some time right. And now another one thrown incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry, and it's 4th down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Ginn. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it stays up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The field goal team out onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. A little under 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to crown a champion after this. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. They are looking to preserve this shutout, so for them, a lot on the line.
A lot on the line, a lot of pride that goes into that. Because let's face it, when you've had that kind of a day, you do not want any type of a fluke play to end it. You're going to win the game. That's not the issue. But to have a clean ledger going into the locker room and sitting in film next week, oh, that's satisfying.
Feel good.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
They're looking to cradle that goose egg. They'll come out in the pistol. Mariota now on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. K1 Short able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scramble.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles Johnson. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
Here's Mariota. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Orakpo. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
That's it. It's all over, and the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions.